The heel command is given with a verbal command of heel with a palm forward movement over the top of the dog's head at the same time. The dog needs to stay walking at your pace within just a couple inches of the seam of your pant line. He can't move away, can't pull back, he has to stay right with you at all times. When you stop walking, the dog has to automatically sit at your side in the heel position. There is no sit command when you stop walking. The dog should just automatically stop. We believe this is very good manners. The down command is given with the arm horizontal with the ground above the dog with the palm facing down. At the same time, you give the command down. The dog should lay down in the heel position next to you. The dog is not allowed to change positions on his own. The only time he can change positions is when he's given another command.
Down.
The down command from the front is going to look a little bit different than the down command from the side. From the front, the hand and arm will be up with the palm facing out, just like a traffic cop trying to stop traffic.
Down. Good boy.
For this is that we want the dog to see the hand and arm in the exact same position that they saw it from the side. They're looking up at us when they're at our side, and they can see the blade of your arm and the palm of your hand. So from the front, we want it to look very, very similar. The sit command while walking or from any position other than the stop is 2 smacks to the side and sit. However, remember that there is no sit command when you stop walking and the dog's right at your side. He needs to sit automatically.
Yep. Good boy. Down. Very good. Very good. That's a good boy.
It's important when the dog does well that the dog gets a paycheck, and praise is the dog's paycheck. Good pet, telling them he was a very good boy, that he did a great job, is really all that he needs. At the same time, sometimes when he doesn't listen, if he's being obstinate, there has to be a verbal correction. When he doesn't quite know what to do or he's a little unsure, then you have to motivate. And you use motivation with your tone of voice and with your body posture. It's important if you're going to give a correction that you do it timely. If the dog's breaking a command and he's moving to a position on his own, you have to give him a verbal correction as soon as you start seeing that doggy body language showing that he's going to make a change. It's important to understand that dogs aren't linear thinkers, and once you're outside of the moment, in other words, past the point of when they broke the command, any correction really doesn't have any bearing or relevance to what they did. It has to be right when they're thinking about making the change or right when they're doing it. Now that the pup's obedience is becoming quite good, it's time to introduce the place command. The place command is literally a crate without walls, and the mat here on the ground is what defines the walls of the crate. Right now I'm showing the pup the boundaries of that crate or that mat. He's not to leave them at any time. Right now he doesn't know that, so he's going to possibly come off here in just a minute, and I'm going to have to give him a verbal correction.
No place. Here. Look here. Boy, place. Good boy.
I have to remind him what the place is all about. I show it to him again, tell him it's a good place to be, and once he's laid down or sitting or just relaxing, then I'll leave him in his spot.
No place. Over here. Come on. Place. Good place.
Leaving out of sight of the dog when he's first learning place can be a little bit difficult. Their immediate reaction is going to be to want to follow.
No place. Here. Come on.
And again, we have to reinforce the place command with a verbal correction, no place, put him back, show it to him, and make him understand that it's a good place to be. Working on the place command and being out of sight of the dog, you have to understand that little noises and things that change a little bit are oftentimes things that are going to entice the dog off the place and then back to wherever it is that you went to. It's important that you correct the dog again verbally and put them back in the place and tell them that that's where they need to stay. Important when you're working on place to understand that a new dog in a new home is not going to understand or be comfortable quite yet with all his surroundings. Every time you move, he's going to want to follow. So it's important to practice place in baby steps. Move further and further away in small increments. Reward the dog with praise every time he stays in place. And keep stretching it longer with more distance and more time as time goes on.